November the 20th, 1943. In the middle of the vast Pacific Ocean lies a tiny island called Betio, part of the Tarawa Atoll in the Gilbert Islands. Barely 2 miles long, covered in sand, palm trees, and heavily fortified bunkers, this small strip of land would become one of the most violent and important battles in United States Marine Corps history. The mission was clear. The United States needed a foothold in the Central Pacific to begin pushing Japanese forces back toward their homeland. Tarawa was chosen as one of the first major steps in that strategy. What military planners expected to take a single day would instead become a brutal lesson in the cost of amphibious warfare. The island was defended by nearly 5,000 Japanese soldiers and laborers under the command of Rear Admiral Keiji Shibasaki. They had spent months preparing. Concrete bunkers, machine gun nests, artillery positions, trenches, and defensive barriers covered the island from end to end. Shibasaki reportedly believed it would take 1 million Americans 100 years to capture Tarawa. He was wrong. Before the landing began, American naval forces launched a massive bombardment, firing thousands of shells into the island in an attempt to destroy Japanese defenses. From the decks of ships, Marines watched explosions tear apart palm trees and throw sand high into the sky. Many believed the bombardment would weaken the enemy enough to make the landing manageable. But when the bombardment ended, the defenses were still alive. As the first wave of Marines approached the beaches in amphibious landing craft, they encountered an unexpected problem. The tide was lower than anticipated. Many boats became stuck on coral reefs hundreds of yards from shore. Marines were forced to climb out into chest-deep water under heavy enemy fire and move forward on foot. Machine gun bullets tore through the water's surface. Mortars and artillery rained down on the exposed Marines. Some never made it to the beach. Others reached the sand only to find themselves pinned down by relentless fire from fortified positions. Chaos and courage unfolded side by side. Small groups of Marines advanced inch by inch, using grenades, flamethrowers, and sheer determination to destroy enemy bunkers. Communication was difficult. Leadership often fell to whoever was still alive. Every yard gained came at a cost. By the end of the first day, hundreds of Marines had been killed or wounded, yet they continued pushing forward. Over the next 2 days, intense close-quarters combat consumed the island. The fighting was relentless. The heat was unforgiving. Supplies were limited, but the Marines did not stop. On November 23, 1943, after 76 hours of nearly constant combat, the island was declared secure. The cost was staggering. More than 1,000 United States Marines and sailors were killed. Thousands more were wounded. Of the Japanese defenders, only a small number survived. Tarawa shocked the American public. Photographs and film footage showed the true brutality of the Pacific War. The battle demonstrated that victory in the Pacific would not come easily. Every island would have to be fought for. But Tarawa also proved something else. The United States Marine Corps could overcome heavily fortified positions, even under the harshest conditions imaginable. Lessons learned at Tarawa would shape future amphibious operations across the Pacific, influencing battles such as Saipan, Iwo Jima, and Okinawa. Today, Tarawa is remembered not only for its violence, but for the courage displayed by the Marines who fought there. Their sacrifice helped push the war one step closer to its conclusion. History remembers Tarawa as a small island. But for those who fought there, It was an entire world of sand, fire, and determination, and their story still echoes across the Pacific,